Hey guys, welcome back to the Wild Wrestling channel. I am your host, Seth. Today I'm going to give you guys my NXT Deadline 2025 predictions. So let's hop right into the video. Play the intro. First up, let's start with the thing that after NXT on Tuesday, we know will kick off the show tomorrow night. Obafemi versus Ricky Saints for the NXT Championship. These two men have been in a blood feud of a rivalry ever since No Mercy. Ricky Saints came into the picture, won the number one contendership over Josh Briggs, beat Obafemi there, and then he got into a really harsh feud with Trick Williams that he ended up winning in. But then recently, after Ricky Saints had a second match with Trick, a last man standing match on NXT, Obafemi returned, and they have built up over Gold Rush and these contract signings how much hatred there is between these two, and they will now clash at Deadline. Just like their match with No Mercy, this one should be a banger, probably even better, because now there's more of that tension and that, like I said, blood feud between them that I bet is going to make them hit a little harder and just hit the ropes a little harder, just make everything seem more impactful and make the match even better. But in the end, I got to go with Ricky Saints. I just don't see them putting the title back on Oba after that great reign he had. I see him going up to the main roster. So I'm going to take Ricky Saints here. He's had a good reign so far, and I think he can continue to have a good reign and get him to the main roster faster. So I'm taking Ricky Saints to retain the NXT title. Next up, we have Izzy Dame versus Tatum Paxley. This, just like the Ricky Saints and Oba match, is another blood feud match that's been boiling up. Tatum Paxley was welcomed into the culling when she was in her downtime playing with dolls, really depressed almost. Tatum and the rest of the culling welcomed her in, and she became a part of the family. She ended up working with them for a while, and after months, she was able to win the NXT Women's Championship at NXT Halloween Havoc over JC Jane. And then Izzy Dame and the culling wanted to guide her throughout this reign, but she was making moves like trying to give out title opportunities and not waiting, which pissed off the culling and Izzy, as that's what they didn't think was best here. They thought she could just hold on to it and make people earn it. So at Gold Rush, when JC had a rematch, and this was going to be the last time she handed out an opportunity, Izzy and the culling finally strike, turning on Tatum and giving JC the title back. This really messed up Tatum, as we saw on NXT Tuesday, as she was crying where they used to sit. But Izzy doesn't feel bad, and she was trying to, and they just... She was trying to almost explain why she did it and why it was the best thing for it to happen, because she just was explaining, like what we were saying, how Tatum just wasn't listening to them. She wasn't the right fit here, and all the culling agreed, but Tatum is now a sad mess, but she said she's scared for what is going to happen to Izzy and what she will become. So that is going to be interesting to see in this match. Most likely going to be a big brawl. I mean, there's going to be a lot of hatred here. And after a brutal match, me personally, I'm taking Izzy Dame to get the win here. I don't understand why you would have Tatum win the NXT Women's title, have her lose it, make Izzy rise up after turning heel on Tatum, and why you would just have Tatum win here. I feel like it could lead to another blow-off match, but I feel like the best way to help Izzy rise up is to give her a win here, so I'm taking Izzy Dame. Next up, we have All Ego Ethan Page versus Mr. Iguana for the NXT North American Championship. This match was kind of a small one that came about. It's kind of more just because since Ethan and Mr. Iguana have been bouncing around NXT and TNA, battling each other from the mixed tag team titles, and just Mr. Iguana and them both making appearances in either one. It's kind of been bouncing around ever since, like I said, All Ego Ethan Page and Chelsea Green won the mixed tag team titles, the AAA mixed tag team titles. Mr. Iguana, former champ, kind of got under the nose of Ethan, and we saw him on Tuesday stealing Ethan's car. So now it's kind of built up, and just to throw another match on there, because we already had a solid card. I think it's good, though, just to throw another little match on there. That'll be epic here between, and it's not like, in my opinion personally, when we look back at like Halloween Havoc and they did like Javon and Leon, I feel like versus Mr. Iguana and like La Parca, I didn't feel like that was a great match to put on there because there was no build up. It was just like, you guys want another match? Here you go. This, at least, even though it's kind of just a last minute throw on there, it has a little bit of build up from the mixed tag titles and what happened on NXT, so it at least has a bit of storyline coming into this, which will be nice here, and it's going to be a good match. And I'm going to take Ethan Page here. Don't see Mr. Iguana winning the NXT North American title right now. Maybe later on down the line, but Ethan Page is walking out on top at Deadline. Now we have the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge, where we will see Dion Lennox, Javon Evans, Leon Slater, Miles Bourne, and Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Whoa. But they will all be battling at NXT Deadline for the opportunity to face whoever is the NXT champion come New Year's Eve. John Cena picking the opponents this year was definitely a different side that we've seen. As most years we have legends pick the competitors who have to qualify for the match. This year it was John Cena, and he just picked all 5 people that were going to be in the actual match. This is low-key a good field. You might be a little bit like, why is Leon in there? He's from TNA, but he's been appearing a lot on NXT. And in my opinion, just looking at an Iron Survivor field, this is a very good one. It's not too many like top tier guys, because we always want some top tier guys, but we also don't want it like full of top tier guys. We want it like nice and even, like a nice like kind of guys who can use it to boost up, and then some top tier guys like Miles Bourne and Javon Evans. But like I said, with guys who can boost up like Dion Lennox, Joe Hendry, Leon Slater, those type of guys who can all boost up here in this match. I think the field is great. I think it's going to be a chaotic match. The Iron Survivor Challenge is just such a good match the way it's made, and I'm really excited to watch it here. And I think after a crazy match, I'm taking Miles Bourne to get the win here. He's already been involved in the NXT feuds a little bit, calling them out, and I just don't feel like he's the right now. There's a lot of guys, but Javon's already had his title shots. Leon, Joe, and Dion just don't seem quite there yet, but Miles seems like this is the perfect opportunity to pull the trigger and give him that opportunity, so I'm taking Miles Bourne to win the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. And finally, we have the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge, where we will see Kendall Gray, Lola Vice, Sol Ruca, Jordan Grace, and Kalani Jordan all battle in this match here. This, just like the men, is going to be another chaotic match, and it's nice the same way as we have some lower class stars like Kendall from Evolve, but then some high class stars like Sol Ruca, Jordan Grace, and some middle pack like Kalani and Lola, so it's just a good mixture here. It's not too heavy powered. Last year, the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge match main evented because it was such a star-studded field. I could see this one main eventing too. It's another star-studded field here full of great, and the women's division is so good in NXT. I understand why they call it the best women's division in pro wrestling. This, just like the men's, should be another chaotic and crazy match. Like I said, the Iron Survivor Challenge is so good that I bet the women will pull it off perfectly here, making a beautiful match here full of crazy moves and bumps. And I just think that all 5 of these women definitely deserve a shot at the NXT title. None of them have ever held the NXT Women's title, but they've all had shots. As we've seen, Kalani was just the TNA Knockouts World Champion. We've seen Jordan Grace battle for it earlier this year. We've seen Lola battle for it earlier this year. Kendall's the Evolve Champion. That could really bump her up. And Kalani was the TNA Knockouts World Champion. So I think the best person to win here is Sol Ruca, for 2 reasons. One, like I said, she hasn't really had an opportunity at the title. She's been more in the NXT Women's North America title picture and the WWE Speed picture. But I don't really feel like she hasn't really gotten a huge chance in her whole career yet to really bump up and really have a shot at winning the NXT Women's Championship. And right now, she just pinned JC Jane on this past week's episode of NXT in that 6-woman tag. So in my opinion, this is the perfect opportunity that will lead into a storyline and allow Sol Ruca to have a great opportunity to battle for the NXT Women's title. So I'm taking Sol Ruca to win the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video, and turn on the bell so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. I post every Monday and Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.